Hey, how's it going? It's me. You're watching the one and only Pro 307, a very hairy Pro 307 at the moment. We're supporting our COVID-19 lockdown look, which is the ever-growing hair and the hashtag ashamed team beard. I don't think they're going to let me into the club yet. We did have thoughts about shaving it off. But we came to our senses and we're going to hold on now. We're going to wear it as like a badge of pride for the lockdown hairdo. Thank you very much for watching and thank you very much for subscribing. It means a great lot when I see the numbers going up. I really appreciate your support for what we're doing here at Pro 307. So what have I got for you in this episode of the Fail Vlog? In this episode we're going to talk about fuel injectors. First of all, I want to say a thank you to our sponsor of this episode, which is Big Kids Do Skids. They did some design work and created these absolutely fantastic design t-shirts, which I am going to be doing a giveaway. If you check out my Facebook, I will pop a video and explain what to do to winning a t-shirt or some t-shirts, or I'll do something anyway. I'll come up with something by then, I promise. Check them out on their Facebook page. I'll put the link in the bio. Thanks very much, Big Kids Do Skid. So in the 80s, manufacturers came away from carburation and started using fuel injection in their engines. It was more efficient burn, it gave more power, better throttle response. Well, that's what Google says anyway. Up to now, I've been running RC Engineering's 1000cc fuel injectors, which are £95 per hour. They're 90s technology, there's nothing wrong with them, they run really good in my RB, but there is better equipment on the market now. Believe it or not, RC Engineering got into the game producing manifolds for drag bikes, then progressing on to fuel injection. So there's nothing wrong with RC Engineering injectors, you can still buy them. But there is better technology in the market, and that's what I'm going to talk to you today about. These RC injectors I run are low impedance injectors. That means that they run a low resistance and a high current. Now this hasn't been a problem because I've run them with a ballast, the standard RB26 ballast resistor, which basically increases the resistance and allows them to run on my ECU. Now I run a Link ECU, but the majority of modern ECUs now run on high impedance injectors, which have a high resistance, lower current. What I have here in front of you is the new Injector Dynamics 1050X, which are based on a Bosch injector. I'll get into in a bit. These are high impedance injectors. It means that I can run them with my ECU without a ballast resistor. Now for me, in my build, the main reasons I'm shifting to these style injectors are the more modern spray pattern these fuel injectors give, a better performance fuel injector. They are E85 compatible. Not that I'm going to be running E85 anytime soon, but in the future if I decide to run a race fuel I can. And I can tidy up my wiring a little bit when it comes to rebuilding the wiring loom at the end of the year. I will not be running a ballast resistor, so it's just one less thing I have to run in the wiring loom. So why am I going for this particular brand of fuel injector? Now Injector Dynamics has been in the game a long time, designing and working with Bosch, which is an original manufacturer, really well known name in electronics. The Bosch injectors that you can actually get Bosch injectors for an RB through Platinum Racing products, which I'm a big fan of Platinum Racing products in New Zealand. These are a little bit more expensive, but when you add it all up, the Bosch injectors need adapters, and these come ready with adapters, ready to just slot in. They've got seals, and I thought these were just the better option to get for the car. It's a quick upgrade I can put in before the car gets mapped, and it's something I don't have to worry about in the future. Right, let's have a look in the box and see what you get with the Injector Dynamics 1050X injectors. Now I'm going to do this quick because there's lots of unboxing videos. They're not a brand new product in the market, so let's just have a look and see what you get for your money. So a lot of companies, car manufacturers, especially PRP, are coming out with these kind of like condom arrangement, kind of individually packaged items. Injector dynamics injectors. They've got little adapters that clip on that allow them to fit into my 11mm fuel rail, which is a Tomei fuel rail. You have to watch when you're ordering, depending on what kind of inlet manifold you're using. You get a 14mm and you get 11mm, which I've got here. These should just slot right in. If you've seen any of my builds and any of my videos, you'll know that I still run the standard RB26 intake manifold. If you're wondering why I still run the intake manifold, is you spend like £1,500 for an intake manifold and the increases are very minor. Up to 600 horsepower, the standard intake's more than good enough, and it's just not something I won't spend money on upgrading at the moment. What else you get? You get plugs, which you can use to wire directly onto your engine management system, your wiring loom. I'll be using these when I rebuild my wiring loom at the end of the year. But for now, you get these really handy free adapters. Now these adapters allow you to plug into your injector, and your standard plugs clip onto the top of them. So it's quite a good way of just directly, these are like a plug and play item. Unless you got in here stickers, and really important, the most important part really, it's where all the money goes into the stickers really. So these injectors aren't just a modified standard injector. These are designed with a partnership with Bosch specifically for motorsport, and they are serviceable. They can be cleaned and changed filters like any other injector, and they'll probably do me for the rest of the build. Hopefully won't have to change these ever again. Now if you're wondering what the little plug is, you maybe haven't noticed, this is a temporary fix for removing my ballast resistor. So this is just a little plug that goes in to basically gets rid of the ballast resistor on my loom at the moment. Another advantage of running Injector Dynamics injectors are that all the data you need to put into your ECU is accessible. Instructions are found on their website. So this should be a quick install video, so let's just pop over and see these getting popped in. Right, let's do this. Yeah.
A few moments later.
That's minutes of stuff. So installation was pretty simple. The O-rings were really tight going into the fuel rail. I found a little bit of lubrication that went in easier. You have to be very careful at this point. You don't want to nip or damage the Viton O-rings, or else, you know, you can end up with problems. And you don't want that. Take your time, do it properly, especially when it comes to fitting the manifold with the fuel injectors onto the car. These are very expensive injectors, you don't want to damage them. So take your time doing it. Make sure that the fuel rail is tightened down properly and there's no chance for it to loosen off and rattle slack. It's pretty much a, like I said, it's a plug and play option. I found that the plugs with the plug adapters are very, very tight to get into place in the RB26. I would recommend wiring in your new plugs you get with the kit. It works a lot better. So what am I left to say then? Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, and if you could like the video, that'd be much appreciated. You'll find us in all the social medias. We're on Facebook at Pro307 and on Instagram as well. Check us out. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.